So, I have 3 fatty acids here, all of which being saturated, monounsaturated, and then polyunsaturated. Now, so we're gonna start off with saturated fatty acids. You can tell why it's called saturated because there is only hydrogen in this thing, and there is not a single double bond across the length of the carbon chain. This is the carboxyl group, so is the carboxyl group at the... Okay, yeah, this is the carboxyl group. So this is basically irrelevant, so I'll just take that off. So looking at the rest of it, you'll notice there is from carbon to carbon, there is absolutely no double bonds across the span of the carbon chain. Yeah, that's... Do I need anything else? That's about it for the saturated fatty acid. I'm gonna cut down to one. I'm going to put one double bond into the saturated fatty acid and make a monounsaturated fatty acid. This is a lot to say. The carboxyl group, it's irrelevant and is not needed. I mean, obviously it's important, but when it comes to looking at how the unsaturated fatty acid goes, the mostly you want to look at the carbon chain, which, as you can see, there is only one double bond from the carbons. Which, by the way, if you aren't understanding yet, the double bonds are from hydrogen. The double bonds are from carbon to carbon, which I have indicated with red on this fatty acid. I am gonna real quick. Okay, there's not helping that. I'm just gonna leave the mono unsaturated with that. Just note that excluding this thing, which is a part of the carboxyl group, there is only one double bond across the whole carbon chain. There we go. What's after one? Many. There are many double bonds. This one is called polyunsaturated fatty acid. Poly just meaning many. Unfortunately, I can't really do much about having a lot more. If this was a lot longer, there would probably be at minimum 2. But at most, there would every single one of these would end up having a double bond, which would end up meaning there would probably end up being no hydrogen. Let's see. If I were to do this, that would be another double bond. See how it just attaches like that? Okay, that actually looks kind of cool. So, since the polyunsaturated fatty acid will have multiple double bonds across the whole carbon chain. Again, the carboxyl group will have one. The carboxyl group will always have one oxygen on and hydrogen on its own, indicated with this green one I have right here. These are all hydrogen as well, but we'll get back to that later. And then it'll always have a double bond with oxygen right here. That goes for all the other ones as well, but we can get back to that some other time. I will put this back on. Yeah, I think that's about it. Just know that the polyunsaturated will have multiple The mono unsaturated will have one single double bond, and then saturated will have absolutely no double bonds whatsoever, excluding the carboxyl group. And that's about it.